Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to the cast with the most opinions and the least information. Thanks for joining us in the study of what it means to be human and where exactly does your poop go after you flush it. Please enjoy the show as we explore these topics and many more with the crew that is We Regret This Already. Howdy. Thank you for joining us. Today we've got a very special guest and a dear friend of mine. He is a master plumber and the truest Texan I know, Mr. Adam Thurmond. Adam, thank you for joining. Good, man. Thank you for joining us. How are you doing?
Oh, man. Every day's a good day.
Blessed. Blessed.
Yep.
Better than we deserve. Amen.
Every day.
That's what's up.
Every day I wake up, I'm grateful. Even got deer at my feet, apparently, that are popping up. So.
Yeah. Yeah. You got you a nice little prop?
Yeah. Long time dream. I mean, struggle every day, but man, you make the progress that you can, showing the example that you can to your own little kids and how true blood and tears what American dream is, especially in Texas.
Yeah, that's admirable, man. You know, I was thrilled to go to see your prop yesterday. It was beautiful.
Our little Hope's Paradise is what we named it.
Hope's Paradise. Yes.
Yeah, we named it after my mother.
Oh, man.
Because they always wanted something like that to get out there. And unfortunately, she came down with cancer and stuff and passed away from breast cancer 5 weeks or 5.5 weeks after being diagnosed with it.
Oh, man.
So it was super
That's
aggressive.
rough.
Yeah, so it was one of those things that then follow up, domino effect. Her, my wife's mother went in to the hospital with heart complications and this and that, and just dominoed into worse effects. And 3 to 5, I mean, it was a couple of months that it took her, but she ended up passing 7 months away from my mother.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah. When you really think about it, it's like, wow. And then my wife and I just looked at each other like, all right, let's really do this.
And how long ago was that?
This is about 3 years ago.
Okay.
This was 2022.
22.
Yeah. My mom passed away December 1st of 2022, and then her mom followed in 2023.
I'm sorry for your loss, brother.
Well, they're in a better place. I can't wait to see them again.
Amen.
So that's what gets us through it. But that's another thing of moving out to the country. You find that right religious home, and yeah, we found the best church we could in that area. So
that's
really
beautiful.
Helps hold on that spiritual, development there.
Yeah.
And it's like you move out there, you take that leap because it's like, man, you're selling your house in the city that you're invested in, because that story where you bought the neighbor's house.
Yeah, I remember that. I thought
we're like, man, we're gonna stay here forever. Let's invest in this one, new floors, new this, and not even. We just went. I think it's 2 years you have to wait to sell a house, and we were like at 2.5 that we were in that house, and rushing to sell that as we bought this other property out here, and then juggling everything in the middle. With helping my dad clear out their old house because he wanted to let that go, and stayed over there for a hot minute while we bought a repoed house. We got the property, fell in line, got the well, which you saw yesterday. We talked about why it's so. Oh, not gonna say, but I'm deeper than my neighbors are because I mean that's a different topic altogether on the scarcity of pure drinking water in this state, especially now with corporations.
That's definitely for the color me blue, but we can talk about it, like that is interesting too, when it comes to water tables. And
it's big in Wilson County right now. I mean, we literally had the first judge in Texas history that voted down this water corporation from automatically pulling water out of Wilson County
Crazy.
To sell it to San Antonio.
Yeah.
Because Wilson County is the closest county that I mean, there's a few counties surrounding Bear County that the Carrizo Spring flows through.
Mm-hmm.
But where our lot is, we're really lucky because we're right on the edge of the Carrizo where we got it. And
that's good water.
Yes.
That's damn good water.
Yeah.
That they're Carrizo. But what, Carrizo, so I just came from Carrizo Springs and they ain't got no water over there. It's dusty as fuck. I call it Dusty Springs.
Yeah.
That place sucks, man.
You just got to get down deep enough to it.
Yeah.
And pull it out. I mean, we use very, scarce tactics. We have gardening and everything else, but it has regenerative tactics. I mean, we have our outdoor bathtub. It all drains into that other vegetation area next to those oak trees. And we reuse everything we use. Our whole septic table is where it's at because I was so adamant on keeping a lateral line septic that we put it way out on the edge of the property where we didn't have the clay. And yeah, that waters that whole tree line right there with another, 100-year oak trees.
Yeah, that's getting towards the future of ag, right? Regenerative agriculture.
Yes.
Where you think smarter and you actually use the resources at your hand to
And it leads into the permaculture is how I want to
Permaculture.
develop this property so it passes down through the generations, because I've survived enough close calls in my life that I've always wondered, man, what was special about me that I walked away from that one concussion or that car wreck or this and that. And I've always thought, all right, it's something with my kids, something I passed down in the generations that, holy shit, the Lord kept me here for that fact.
yeah.
And permaculture is where it's at. Like, we have that gorge, and I was like, hey, we're going to start planting fruit trees down this, because fruit trees take 20 years to develop. So even if I'm not here, I mean, if God oversees me well enough, guides me well enough, I will be maybe. But even if I'm not, it's passed down in the lineage of the property itself that grandkids can walk up and say, oh man, who designed this type of layout?
True homesteading.
Yeah. And where you actually, I mean, my son's already talking about where he wants to build his house at on the property.
Yeah. How old's your boy?
Just turned 10 back in October, man.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought, because I met you 11 years ago. And
right after my first hand accident, because Brad was with me, and then I was at Northeast.
Yeah.
And then that piece of bullnose porcelain, man, I was leaning on it, drilling those holes for that Roman tub valve, and it shattered. And learned a life lesson right there. PPE was the most important thing in our field.
yeah. God damn that. I get so squeamish when I think about it, dude.
Instantly, man. You pull your hand back and you look down, and being a country boy like myself, and I've gutted my fair share of deer and hogs and everything else. And you know what a tendon looks like. And you look in your gaping hole of your hand and see your tendon snap back and your thumb's way over here at a different angle. And it's like, okay, wrap it up. Go to the hospital, get it. I mean, that's a different story, but long story short, my wife was pregnant with our son, ended up getting the hand fixed. She was like, oh, you're at the hospital? And she's like, I'm like, no, it's not that bad. And she ends up rushing down there. I think you told me the story.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I knew if you're at the hospital, it's bad because I've super glued your head shut.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, dude, your hand was fucked up.
Yeah, and that's right when they brought you on.
Yeah, I had to be your hands.
Yeah, because I was like, dude, I'll still work because I couldn't stay home. I mean, workman's comp was like, no, we'll pay you to stay home. You have a legit wreck, thing. And then Jim was talking, oh, I've cut my hand. I was like, no, this was different level, dude. Like, this was down to the bone.
You almost lost a finger.
It was from, dude, right there to there. It was 2/3 of around the circumference of it.
Yeah, you almost lost that finger.
Yeah.
That would have been trippy. Would have never played the guitar ever.
Dude.
Not that you play now.
I tried. I do have that signed one from Lee Bryce.
Lee Bryce. Lee Bryce.
Ironically, all happened within the same year.
Yeah.
So
what a year.
The thumb accident, I meet you. You're one of my, you are the first apprentice I trained and took passion in, and because you forced me to slow down.
Yeah.
Because before you, I was always the guy pushing the apprentices aside and doing it myself.
Gotcha.
And when I was actually, well, hell, if you use your thumb, you're going to pop a tendon and we're going to have to redo the surgery.
Oh, gross.
That gets really in your head.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not going to risk that. That was so much pain getting that reattached. So,
I remember you still fucking pushed it a few times. Like, I remember you grabbing a couple wrenches and being like, get the fuck out the way. And just like your fucking berserker Viking rage taking hold. Like, goddamn, you don't know nothing, ass.
That's that German Jewish heritage, and apparently, there's some Spaniard in there too.
Yeah.
After the 23andMe thing I did years ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
Goddamn.
I was one of those people who got the Black Friday deal like a decade ago to actually find it out, because didn't even know the Jewish was in there until some random conversation with my grandmother 15, 18 years ago, where my grandfather called her out. And I was like, wait, you're part Jew? She's like, oh yeah. And she goes in the old German story.
Damn.
Where, that's gonna get way off topic, but I mean,
well, we're good. Yeah,
fun story though.
Yeah, no, go ahead. We ain't got no designated here.
Yeah, I mean, Granny B ends up. Her dad was a German chemist. Her mother was a half Jew that apparently forget that it was her mother or dad were Jewish, but she was only half. But we all knew Hitler's stipulation on Jews where you had to be 3 generations removed from Jewish, or you were considered Jewish.
Whoa.
So technically, she never practiced it by any means. I mean, we're not, the House of David or anything.
Yeah.
That stuff, which don't want to offend anybody. But and it just comes out, that whole story where they had to flee Germany because they found out. Because apparently her dad's other brother's daughter was real in the Hitler Youth stuff, and that's a totally different topic of. That was a funny family story we found out a year ago.
Wow.
With my niece doing a family like genealogy map for her college degree.
Okay.
Finds out that distant down the line we're related to some lady called the German hyena. Dude, look up that Wikipedia thing. That's all my uncle told me. He's like, look her on Wikipedia, and she's one of the only women that were sentenced to death for war crimes.
Whoa.
And she's like a distant cousin from that
Wow.
great grandfather's brother's side, and which they fled Germany, came here because they didn't believe in the ideology of the whole system there, and they had to live like gypsies on the rivers for 5 to 10 years until my great grandfather found a job as a high school janitor. And that was the first, and that's where Granny B learned all her holistic voodoo stuff that she does.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, she's 89. She just survived a brain aneurysm.
Damn.
She hit some steps on the back of her skull, picking up her outdoor kitty that was inside the house.
Uh-huh.
And goes to the hospital, and she's just like last time 3 years ago when my mom was in the hospital, my granny was in the hospital.
Damn.
In the same hospital. So my mom was in one wing, my granny was in the other wing. Everyone was suspecting my granny was going to be the one to fall. And granny calls me up. She's like, F these doctors, get me out of here. And I show up, and I'm, 6 foot tall. And she's like, that's my grandson. I'm leaving. And I was like, hey, sign the right papers, Granny. I ain't getting no fights or anything, but I'll walk you out.
Yeah.
Sure enough, loaded her in my truck, drove her all the way back to Utopia. Stay with her a few days, and boom, she ends up having an allergy the whole time is all it was. But she swelled up like a balloon. But yeah, and she did the hippie thing, the holistic feeling, and boom, she fired back. And then this aneurysm happens. Everyone's counting her out. I'm sitting there like, nah.
Yeah. My money's on Granny.
Dude, that Granny B has survived everything.
She's the Betty White of your family. Can't say that now. Betty White's finally dead, but
no. But I mean, I had my pug. I named in tribute to her before she passed.
Yeah,
I mean, you saw her yesterday.
Yeah,
the most country pug you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
I mean, we got her in the city because I was wanted one, and ended up adopting her for some people that were breeding her overly. I think she was bred like 3 times in 2 years of life, kind of thing. We got her, and I was like, oh, let's get her fixed. And dude, most awesome dog ever.
We'll post a picture of the pug.
We'll have to. I got some really good ones.
We'll post a picture right now.
Yeah, but then going to Granny B, I mean, I got her freaking Pepe Le Pew tattooed for her because all those years I spent up there in Utopia with her during the summer, we'd always watch Looney Tunes on VHS because there was no digital technology back then.
Yeah, no, that was the thing.
Well, that's why we enjoyed it better.
Yeah.
I mean, it always, dude, I started going up there with days, and then it ended up weeks, and then it was whole months at a time that I would just say, no, Mom, no, Dad, I don't need summer camp. Don't, because if I stayed home, I was going to be my dad's free labor.
Yep.
On his job sites.
Yep.
He paid me like 25 cents or 50 cents an hour for years.
Damn.
I think I was like 13 when I finally had $1.
Damn. $1 an hour, boy. You deserve it.
Yeah, dude. And I would, hauling hay to working on job sites, running 3-story roofs, going up pump jacks. I mean,
see, that's why I kind of wanted you to take my boys over to your prop. It's because I know you got a lot of work, and
yeah,
that stuff builds character.
Well, I mean, trust me, I'm the first guy to admit that in the experience when you're that, because every good parent tells you to don't forget your childhood to make you a better parent. Always reflect on those own personal experiences of, man, when something like this happened, it made me feel this. So you're trying to still keep that relation to your kids.
Yeah.
But man, going through it with my dad doing like he did, which he's a little bit more aggressive. Totally side story there, which some stories, but
yeah.
I'm gonna get into that today.
Yeah.
But man, there were some times you'd curse him and this and that, but looking back at it from the experiences you and I have on these job sites, where it's that perseverance of whatever it takes.
Yeah.
We ain't going home.
And you learn that from your old man.
Yeah.
Riding you.
I mean, for all his faults, he gave me my work ethic.
Yeah.
I mean, between him, my grandfather, who I consider my godfather, Mark Brown, he put a lot more enjoyment and more of the livestock part of it, and taught me that fearlessness with cattle. And that's what led into other great things in my life that, man, if you can stand up to a 500-pound, 1,000-pound cow that's charging you and knock it on its ass and getting pins with bulls that are 1,800 pounds and stand your own against them without getting hurt. Man, there's nothing in life you can't stand against.
Yeah.
I mean, it really teaches you that. And I mean, that's what was when I was like 14. And that's one thing that's followed me through life that's why I don't back down.
And that was when you were working the rodeo and stuff like that, doing things like that. Also, while you were introduced as one of the most Texans motherfucker I know. You know, like I've always fantasized and romanticized the notion of, you know, being in the rodeo, bucking, you know what I mean? Goddamn George Strait, you know, Amarillo by morning.
Dude, I grew up in the rodeo system.
Yeah.
Both my parents were life members for the San Antonio stock show, and then grew up down there, dude. We'd jump on. When you're a kid in the rodeo, you get to have all types of fun behind the stage and stuff like that. You're going in the hog pens, you're riding on hogs, and you're working cattle at such a young age that you just develop it, and that it's just, man, that smell of cow shit, pneumonia in the morning, for all the cow barns, and you're staying up there late, you're volunteering those hours, you're helping clear the pens, you're helping stage the areas, all for this youth, you know, program for scholarships, and that's led into the more charitable things that I've done in my life. But going back to the rodeo, it's just, you gotta love it. And dude, there was a story I told my kids this past week where I snuck in the back of my mom's Suburban and hid underneath a tarp because I was so in trouble for shooting a chicken with a BB gun or whatever it was. I made her mad. She's like, "You're not going to the rodeo tonight. I have to go down there and volunteer hours tonight. And you're not going." And I snuck in the back of her truck and got down there with her, and she was so upset. But my dad was watching my little sisters when they were babies that I was stuck down there with her. So I think that's coincides with the time when I started digging the irrigation line for him. Because that was one of the punishments. They're like, "Oh, fine. We know that you don't mind an ass whooping because, hell, you work with cows. You're used to getting the shit kicked out of you."
Yep.
But now let's do physical labor.
Yeah.
Dig this trench, and we're going to start putting in sprinklers on this 3 acres we have.
How long was that trench?
Dude, it started off with one corner of the house, and I think we go across a base driveway, and then 70 foot down the fence line. 45 foot across here, and then the central plateau was another freaking 120 foot of digging. And
worth it. Was it? Was there some buckle bunnies down there?
Oh man,
some buckle bunnies. You ever get a buckle?
I might have gave out a buckle once or
twice.
But
damn, buckle bunnies. Yeah. Look it up.
It's a big thing in Texas. There's some behind the scenes that have gone on there that I've seen, because then I volunteered on operations, which ran the behind the scenes stuff at the rodeo, where we're doing the arena setups with the SPC was being built and stuff. And it used to be more, I mean, the rodeo is not what it used to be. It's become definitely more commercialized.
Gotcha.
I guess bigger investments have came into it, especially after Nan West died, because Nan West had such a tight hold on keeping it family and wholesome. And after she passed away, I mean, I don't know the semantics of it, but you've seen the change in the rodeo?
No, I didn't go before. Dude, I didn't start going until, I met my old lady. I went the first time with her. I went when I was a kid, but back then I don't really remember it too much.
Well, and when I was doing Longhorn breeding with my old man in my late teenage years, early 20s, all the way until I met my wife, is when I got more serious about plumbing. So dude, we had over 100 head of Longhorn. So we'd go to San Antonio, or we went to Dallas, San Antonio, Houston, then Austin, or then they would switch them up on different dates every year to coincide them. But then you see all the other rodeos went. And Houston was the first like commercialized one in the early 2000s.
Gotcha.
And then it's the trend. I mean, it's, it
makes money.
It's corporate America.
Yeah, it's capitalism at its finest, brother.
Yes, but I remember when I was a kid. All right, it wasn't the cheapest place, but it wasn't. You're not going to go broke going there.
Yeah. But
we went last year, and me with a life membership, and I do my volunteer hours where I can, and man, you still out $200-300 in a day.
Damn.
Because the rodeo grounds, the food, the this, the that, and the food doesn't have that home style touch anymore because it's at a trailer. It's the same side on this side of the rodeo is going to have the same food as this side of the rodeo.
Yeah.
I mean, but besides the point, I mean, that's still brings you back to what's important about it, and the youth program and the charity program that's there. That's why I'm getting my son into it.
Gotcha.
And this year, him being 10, I told you yesterday, he signed him up for the rifle club.
Uh-huh.
Last year I took him to the archery meeting, and he was like, I'm not really feeling it, Dad. And I'm like, well, what about the gardening? What about this? And last year he wanted to be more into the robotics of his GT program because he was wanting to specialize in 3D printing.
That's pretty sweet.
So, I mean, he's excelling in his own areas.
Yeah.
Which he's got the super smarts. I mean, he's reading on like a 5th grade level 2 years ago. And I think now he's been upgraded to like 7th or 8th grade level.
Wow.
The kid can read more books than I can.
Yeah.
Which, hey, it's been a blessing there. I mean, my daughter's got my dyslexia though. So, I mean, but she's excelling in math now. So she's qualifying for the GT program for math, just like her daddy.
Nice.
I mean, it's a challenge that you got to show your kids. You got to work through these other challenges.
Yeah.
Hugo had a real bad speech impediment when he was 4, but we got him in that speech program early and then learning programs early, and he's just ran with it.
Yeah.
And,
He speaks well.
Well,
He's
I mean,
great.
Yeah. I mean, we don't force them to sit down and study so many hours a day or anything like that. I do limit their electronic time.
Yeah.
Dramatically.
That's really good. That's smart too, because with today's rise in AI and stuff like that, you almost don't know what effect that can have on a kid.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it just gets scarier and scarier too. I mean, speaking of that, so not just AIs, but robotics. You know, you mentioned robotics and stuff like that. I've got one of those vacuums that you know, kind of goes around and cleans, you know, by itself and whatever.
Yeah, the Roomba or the Shark?
It's none of those. It's a something else.
Oh, the off brand.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty good coin. I bought it at Costco.
All right. Well, I've only had the 2, and then one we got as a wedding present. When the Roombas, and you're talking 2011.
Yeah, brand new kind of shit.
Dude, we got it as a wedding present. I was blown away. I literally scanned it as a gag. We were going through Bed Bath & Beyond. Was where we got registered. Suburbanite, my wife kind of transferred me a little bit, which that's a different story. She met me when I was living on 130 acres and freaking 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 100-year-old house that we're leasing with cattle around it. And she taught me into moving to the city with her, and
she domesticated you.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for. That's what I needed you for.
You were trained. The wild bushman.
Yeah, she definitely broke me.
Yeah.
But it's been a great freaking
That's
ride.
what Eva should do to Adam, huh?
Oh, yeah. That's what my Jenny does.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I call her my
Jenny.
Jenny. Yes, she is my Jenny. She is domesticated me.
That's so cool. Yeah. There's definitely that definitely it's what a woman should be, you know. She's the soft cushion that roughs out the diamond's edges, you know, kind of. I don't know.
Well, and you met me after I met her. So, I mean, up until her, I had that wildness still in me that nothing could stop me.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm glad I didn't know that guy because I've talked a lot of shit to you over the years. We've talked a lot of shit. Actually, that goes on to my next topic. The Jan 6 thing. Okay. So let's talk about when I met you, I was as a lefty as one could be. Right?
Not as much as your old lady back then.
Yeah, forget that. That's aside. Like I personally forget her beliefs. Like I personally had some strong beliefs that were left.
But I started transitioning you. That first gamer tag that you made for Call of Duty. What was that gamer tag that you made it?
Goddamn Obama. Yeah.
And that was a quote
from you yourself. Yeah. Goddamn Obama. I heard that several times a day for years. Not for years. We 8 months is as long as the first 8 months of my plumbing career.
It took 9 months for my thumb. So I literally think you came on right when I came back to work because I wouldn't. Brad, after the thumb accident, I was like, that guy was not the best first aid responder.
So, yeah, they fired him.
Well, not because of that though, but it was shortly after. It was just coincidental.
Yeah, but either way, Bob.
Because I have love for him. I mean, he's still a good guy.
Yeah, I met him. I met him.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird when you meet the guy you replaced. You ever do that? You ever have that opportunity?
I don't think
I've had it done.
To go back. No, because I'm pretty unique over here.
Yeah.
And I stand alone in my own regard.
Well, I've met him and I've replaced him. There's this other guy that I need to meet who I followed in my last 2 jobs. This guy named Abe. I don't know his last name. But he worked at the place I'm working at now, E.L. Smith, and the place before that, Elmer's. Okay, so he worked at both of those companies in the same position, but he sucked at both of them. And I was great at both of those positions.
There's only one Abe that I've been affiliated that I've met years and years ago, because I started my career in service plumbing and then went with Chambliss for the first years of my pioneering career and mentored under Kevin Chambliss, which is, man, that guy is a plumbing guru. I give him a lot of credit for, because to be trained by him, he was really elite on who he would train. I saw that man go through 4 apprentices in a week.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't train just anybody.
Yeah.
He'd always ride with it. I mean, this guy was, dude.
Different standards.
He's still running I think he was running a van up until a few years ago.
Kevin Chambliss?
Yeah. Well, his brother's Kirby Chambliss, and then he has they're an adventurous family, dude. Like they push to the limits. His brother's the Red Bull pilot, or was. I don't know if he still is. I don't follow it, but
what? No.
Yeah.
Wait. All right, hold on. Let's get back to my topic.
Oh, sorry.
M.A.G.A.
Sorry.
All right.
Back to M.A.G.A.
Back to M.A.G.A. Okay, so when we met, you were diehard M.A.G.A. Trump had just came out. He was a phenom. It just started.
At first, I didn't love him at first.
I mean, nobody really did.
But started following what he said, which he didn't follow through on his term limit promise, which, hey, just over here, that was the one. I mean, but for all his faults, he really has shaken up the whole stage of the political spectrum.
Yeah, definitely.
Americans, I mean, I'm only 40, which, man, only 40.
Only 40. You old bastard.
Never thought a hip replacement, 2 hand surgeries, sinus surgery for some crazy stuff that went on there.
God damn.
I mean, I feel like RoboCop some days, but grateful every day that I'm here.
Yeah. Any of it got Wi-Fi? You got a fucking Bluetooth in that hip? That's what I told my old man whenever he got his. I was like, that shit come with Wi-Fi, that titanium fucking hip you got there, dude.
Oh, dude. But that's one thing when I saw what the Affordable Care Act did to the healthcare system, because I experienced the healthcare system before Affordable Care Act.
Got you.
Really missed my $500 deductibles that we used to get. And the insurance would cover 100% of any surgery or illness that we had.
Yeah.
Because I was in my 20s. No, not a problem. But man, my hip surgery, because that was an old school rodeo freaking accident that I just walked off because, again, growing up poor in the country, you walked it off unless you were bleeding. Yep. And that went on for 13 or 14 years until I tore my hamstring. That's what forced me to go to the doctor about it. And, dude, I had an anxiety attack so bad because I go to my doctor. I had to use my own arms to pick my leg up on the table. And he's like, how long have you been doing that? And I was like, like 6 months plus, maybe a year. And he's like, what in the hell?
Gross.
Dude. And
you're disgusting.
Again, I kept telling myself, oh, no, it's just a pulled freaking groin muscle. It's this, it's that. No, I'll just walk through it. I'm walking like a pirate.
You're a fucking tough guy, huh?
And doing water heaters still, doing these things. And finally, I ended up cracking it. And I felt a crack. And it was my wife's birthday. I couldn't even get out of the car. We went to Myron's in New Braunfels, best food in Texas. Couldn't even get out of the car. We had to get food to go. I was like, holy crap, this is bad. So anyway, fast forward. I'm at the doctor. He sees me. He's like, you're getting an emergency MRI. I'm like, holy shit. What? And that's when I was like, how bad is this? Go to get the MRI. And they're like, you need to talk to your doctor. Like, now. So then go home, wait till the next morning. I go back to go follow up another MRI because it was in so much pain they could only do partial of the MRI that day.
Damn.
So I come back the next morning, first thing at 7 a.m, and that's when my doctor calls me. He's like, we don't need the rest of the MRI. We're still going to need it for the surgery. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, you need a total hip replacement.
God damn.
And I'm 35, dude, with 2 kids at home. And
that's my age, dude.
Yeah, dude. And so the hand surgery was Hugo. I found out she's pregnant. This surgery that I broke, waited 6 weeks to go to the doctor for, a shattered wrist. Another I'm a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, dude.
That was when I found out she was pregnant with Nola Faye. And then with my hip, I called her up. I was like, don't tell me there's twins.
Oh,
She's
God.
like, what are you talking about? I was like, we're picking up some dollar store pregnancy tests just in case.
Just in
God
case.
has his humor. Fast forward, Matthew Morey, orthopedic surgeon, because I went to one doctor, because I'm going to shop doctors like plumbers did. We all know this, that just because you're a plumber doesn't make you a good one.
No.
Sometimes I wish that they would do this. They would put our scores on the back of our licenses.
Nice.
So literally, if you got in a debate with another trade,
I got an 86.
Congratulations. I mean, I had a 93 on my master's. So.
That's a good score. I'm talking about my journeyman. That one.
Oh, my journeyman, I think I had like an 87.
Yeah, 86
so, I mean,
on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I literally have my test scores in the same frame.
I think they're on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, behind there. I think you gave me that fucking idea.
Yeah.
Asshole.
So if you ever have.
Yeah, I totally think. I could look, but I'm not doing that.
Yeah, but so back to the M.A.G.A story. I ended up finding great orthopedic surgeon, paying out of pocket because I was like, this guy's my guy. He sat with me for 2.5 hours. I walked in, there was a spiral full of questions. I was like, where do these screws go on the backside of your hip? I'm looking at the model here, and he's like, I've never had somebody ask me that. What do you do? I was like, I've been in construction my whole life.
Yeah.
Since diapers up, dude, I was walking job sites.
Yeah.
Like,
tell me what kind of screws you doing. Capcons? What are you using?
Yes. And I'm like, what's the distance of these? What's exactly on the other side? What muscle are these going to interfere with? And he's like, you literally have a spiral. And he's Matthew Morey, man. If you ever need an orthopedic surgeon, San Antonio Orthopedics, hands down. I'm not even getting any, but I really recommend him a lot. Probably in my field, I've referred him at least 2 to 3 times a week.
Matthew Morey.
In our trade, you find out so many people need knees or hips, or it's gonna happen.
You know, I hear there's a big push towards stem cells. I hear about that a lot.
Especially the thing that's going on in Germany right now. They're actually perfecting it where they can isolate it in a certain cartilage regrowth. Experimental stuff right now, which
I hear you can do it in Austin.
So I end up we keep on going off topic.
Yeah, sorry.
The whole root of this.
Back to M.A.G.A.
But man, my hip surgery ended up costing freaking $12,000 out of pocket. Just to meet our deductible on our insurance, and I was like, "Oh,
this is Obama affordable."
This was after the Affordable Care, and I was like, "Holy cow!" And that's when I just really eyes opened, and it's like, wow,
that's when you got politicized, red pilled, as they would say now. Back then, we called it politicized. Now they call it red pilled.
Before that, I didn't. I mean, I was just like, all right, Obama. Oh my God, his whole policies, but oh man, and you saw the results of what happened to us as Americans and the inflation that's pursued. When Biden took presidency back from Trump and that whole debacle there.
Yeah.
The whole insurgent thing that they did. And I'm never going to, protest for violence at any means, but I don't know. I mean, if some of the stories were skewed or not, but I mean, they definitely got out of hand.
We're talking about Jan 6.
Yeah.
Okay. So
that part of the M.A.G.A thing is like, man, guys,
Jan 6,
in a little bit.
Now that leads me directly to my M.A.G.A story is how I became red pilled. Okay. So, By the time Trump is leaving office and Biden's going into office, you and I had already stopped talking for a while. You'd gone on to
not on anything against
me,
just, but it was just
life. Yeah.
Okay.
It was
I want that to be clear.
We had separated our. You had left Northeast for a while, and we had.
Well, I had my falling out with the master plumber. Most people don't maintain employment after you tell their boss, man, I'm surprised you didn't have a heart attack yesterday. I was really hoping you did. And he's like, man, no, told me to my face, wish me death. And I was like, well, now they have. And, that I knew was, going to bite me in the ass. And then he still couldn't let me go because the boss's mom still liked me because I was maintaining her plumbing stuff. And then they ended up, didn't take a call on a Sunday. I think it was Father's Day or something. And I was like, I'm not taking this call for a leaky, whatever it was, a faucet or something. It wasn't even a true emergency.
Yeah.
And that's where their general.
But
anyway, sorry.
But by then, okay, so this is around 2020, and this is after a bunch of George Floyd shit had happened. There's riots. There's cities on fire. There's the White House being fucking burgled into. There's a whole lot. Like, we're talking about the boiling point is at its peak.
Yeah.
And I see on CNN or one of the media sources that I'm watching on the on the YouTubes, the Facebooks, whatever the hells. And it shows Trump talking about how he just stormed the Capitol. I'll be there right with you. I'll be there right with you. We'll go together. I'll be there. And so I see that and I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I need to understand the context. I need to understand what's going on here. I need to understand the full picture. So I was like, fuck it. I'm going to watch the speech. I want to watch the full Jan 6 speech. I want to see exactly what he said to provoke them, because I need to know. I need to know what is in the mind of these people. Like, how dare they storm the capital of this country that I love? You know what I mean? Because I've always been a patriot. Yeah, my views may have leaned more Actually, no, I don't think my views have changed at all. I think my views have always been dead ass center. You know what I mean? Like, I've always been pro guns, you know, and I've always been pro choice. You know what I mean? Now it's kind of leaning against more to the right. But back then, I think I've always been dead center. So that's, I understand what you mean about, you know, I wasn't that left. But so Jan 6, I watched the fucking speech and I'm watching the whole fucking speech. It's like Trump goes on for about an hour and a half on that motherfucker, maybe 45 minutes. It's a long speech.
Yeah.
And I watched the whole thing. And by the end of it, I am dumbfounded by how I don't feel like energized to go storm the Capitol. Nothing he said made me want to, rise up against the government for an injustice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything he said seemed tempered. It seemed logical. It seemed rational. Yeah, he was upset about the election. You know what I mean? He may have said some stuff, but he didn't. To me, it's not like he said, go storm the Capitol, like the way I saw it in that piece of media.
Yeah.
So I was blown away. I felt like I was lied to. I felt this weird feeling in my stomach that I had been like a fool the whole time. And then and then it happened another time. I saw another quote or another snippet of media, and then I saw the actual fucking footage that it was fucking taking that media from, and the exact same thing happened. It was taken out of context.
I have some theories about that today too. I mean, a life lesson my dad taught me when I was a kid, and that don't be a sheep, don't follow in the herd. They'll run right off a cliff. There's a few life lessons that came up, and then you see what happened there, and the stories you hear. Little conspiracy stories, but they're only conspiracy till they're proven true. But how there was some undercover people that had instigated and they led people into certain areas.
Yeah, there was FBI agents there.
What was the whole story there?
We can totally.
That's when you get in. But I don't know if we want to, shoot that way because that's been exhausted topic. I mean, everybody's talking.
It definitely has, but I mean, just to put into context.
Whoa!
I don't know.
What
that
you
was
got going on there?
YouTube or something. Oh, this one right here.
Go ahead and close that Pornhub window.
It was this one right here. Look, that was the next. Yeah, that's not porn. It was.
I did not know that was going on.
Do you know who this Steven Crowder guy is? That was another topic I want to get into.
I don't watch a lot of these anymore. I've been more zen with my life when I started yoga, and my wife had to talk me into it for the longest time, but that's probably been I haven't been a chiropractor since I started yoga. Hot works. Hey.
Hot yoga.
No, I started with the cycling and the rowing because I realized how out of shape I was. Because that's why you were like, man, you've lost a lot of weight. And I was like, well, after you get your hip done, you really start reassessing things in your life.
Yeah, you got to fucking slim down.
Went on the health journey, especially knowing Affordable Care Act wasn't going to help me out
God
anymore. So I was like, oh, man,
goddamn Obama.
I've tried to walk more of the Christian path since we used to ride together.
Yeah.
I was, especially with the kids advancing through their age.
God bless Obama. That still sounds good.
I'm not there yet.
All right, let's go back over here. Public records do not show the precise agreed on FBI agents physically in the Jan 6 crowd, and key officials.
So they're still denying that it happened, but I just knew it was some type of story I heard about.
No, I definitely have heard
crowd,
that.
And it's like, okay. And in two ways, they follow the crowd with the whole progressive movement that went on for the past few years. I mean, nothing against the LGBT I can't even keep up with the
alphabet community,
part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I love them. I mean, I've had some great friends that were gay or lesbian, and both. I mean, I have that one cousin that does his thing that I've told you.
Yeah.
Found out, and it's just funny. My mom went and posted that through the whole family. And then I even got my sister brother. Their Hope / Trent. I mean, and I support her. I mean, or him. Sorry. For everything that he's done.
Yeah.
So, I'm one of those people that, hey, what makes you happy, do it.
The show loves the gays.
We shouldn't ever judge another human being.
No.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, for sure.
I just choose love.
Yeah.
That's if you had to wrap the Bible in one word, I would, or one paraphrase, I think that would be it. in
Love
my
thy neighbor.
experience. Yeah, choose love.
Mm.
I mean, it's hard to kiss them. I mean, do the Bugs Bunny thing is how I explain it to my kids. I picked it up somewhere. You know how my memory works. It's almost photographic, but not technically.
Mm-hmm.
And it was either a paraphrase on a movie or a skit or a show. And it's like, do the Bugs Bunny thing. What did he always do to Elmer Fudd? You kiss him. You really kiss somebody that's trying to kill you.
Yeah.
And it's either going to frustrate him or make you love you back. And you just keep kissing him.
And that's the guy trying to hunt you down.
Goes back to the Looney Tune theory. God bless Granny B for just being a Looney Tune.
God bless Granny B.
I can associate almost everybody in my life with a certain Looney Tune character.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would be, let's see. Which one would I be? I would want to be, I guess, the Tasmanian devil, but.
Oh, you ain't got the temper for that.
No, I would want to be him, like ideally, but I'm more of a Sylvester the cat, like.
I'm thinking more of a Daffy.
Daffy.
I'm thinking of Daffy because you're that overachiever, reacher, and then Bugs Bunny comes around and just taps you in the head a little bit, but you still do great as long as Bugs ain't around you.
You know, I didn't watch enough of the goddamn Looney Tunes.
I think you're a Daffy. I really do. I mean, it might be the black shirt that you're wearing, but I'm just picturing a Daffy in my head. I mean, of course.
No, man, the bombs always blow up in his face. His beak goes swinging around the backside. Fuck that guy. I'm not him.
He always survives. And he's one of the main characters.
I'm going to be Marvin the Martian.
Oh, that's a really good one for you.
Yeah, I'll be that guy.
Marvin the Martian doing his own thing. With freaking the hairy monster. I forget the name of the hairy monster. I used to know them all.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's one of my future goals is to have a sleeve of just Looney Tune characters. And like my mom was Tweety Bird.
Yeah.
My dad was Taz growing up. I mean, they always had they had the keychains and everything.
Yeah.
But my dad had the temper for Taz.
Yeah.
And that's where you and Taz don't. I mean, I love you, Bobby, but you're not that aggressive.
No, I
person.
said I would like to be.
My mom was Tweety because she was always instigating, and I was known. And some people call me Sylvester because I stuttered real bad. But personally, I always, if I had to pick one,
I would say Taz. Dude.
I like Yosemite Sam.
Yosemite Sam. I forgot about him. Damn, varmint. Geesh.
He's one of those funny villains.
Yeah.
That, I mean.
That's cool. I like that. So Yosemite Sam, we got Marvin the Martian.
Yeah.
We're all trying to just.
I definitely like my revolver, freaking straight shooters. That's why it was cool. You brought your 22 with you yesterday.
Yeah.
Letting your son shoot it. And, I mean, hell, I got my first revolver at 13 when I went hunting out of state. My dad gave me an old school Ruger freaking 3-bolt.
Wow.
And you learn real quick. He's like, don't shoot your foot off. It's like, same way he taught me to drive at freaking 11.
Yeah.
It's maybe 12. But I was driving on the roads at freaking 13, got a hardship license at like 14, 15. But he'd send me up to the grocery store and shit like that. But put you in the driver's seat and it's like, what am I going to do if I wreck? Don't wreck or I'll beat the shit out of you.
Yeah. That simple, boy.
Yes, sir.
Yep. God damn it.
And the crazy thing is when he put the open beer can on the freaking dash of the 87 Ford, and he's like, you spill my beer, I'm going to slap you.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I was teaching my kids how to drive with stick shift, so it was pretty rocky.
Well, that's what mine was a diesel 87 Ford F-250 with a 6.7 liter diesel.
Yeah.
And that was before the turbos were even existed. These were the gas conversion motors. Real slowed off the start. They had enough torque they could pull the ass into the earth.
Oh, yeah.
But, man, you talking about getting real good at working a clutch at a young age. But there's a reason why he did it, because I was pulling cattle trailers within the following year.
Yeah.
And when you're hauling, cattle trailer full of cattle, you better know how to work a clutch and slow it down and make sure you don't flip.
And that's another thing why the older generation was harder, because the expectations were higher. You were expected to fucking lend a hand, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Get on this goddamn.
It wasn't an ask.
Yeah.
These aren't chores.
Yeah.
These were, damn, I don't even, I mean, my parents had the nickname for their property. Probably ain't PC, but it was called the Thurmond Slave Ranch.
Oh, yeah.
Is what my mom, she loved that name.
Yeah.
But
they were slaving Thurmonds.
Dude, and like when I was doing the Taekwondo for years, part of the Taekwondo team, their parents would send them out to my parents' place.
Yep.
Especially during the summer.
Yep.
Oh, hey, you're going to go stay at the Thurmonds for freaking 2 days. And the kids would come from inner city out there, and they'd be there for like 4 hours, and they're like, you live here? Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's why I want to send my boys to the Thurmond goddamn Hope Ranch.
Yeah, this is the hope. Well, nowadays, I've taken everything that's all the bad things that my old man never did, and I just flipped them. I was like, I just do opposite of anything traumatic he ever did.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what I've theorized. You know, I mean,
No, I want you to bring the Taz out on their asses.
no, dude, I'm more of the chess player now. Now I do the docket system with my kids. When
Gotcha.
they talk back or they do something out of line, it's like, all right, that's a docket. They're like, oh man, I was like, that's 10 minutes you got to wait because they only get 2 hours, 3 days a week on electronics.
On their electronics, yeah.
Roblox, Fortnite, whatever they want to play, but it's limited to that. It's like Fridays, Saturdays they usually give me, and I let them alternate that third day.
Yeah.
I think I was telling you where my son likes to do it Tuesdays,
Mm-hmm.
and any mark goes against that 2 hours. They make them wait to start.
10 minutes, boy.
The end time's still the same.
Yeah, deal.
And if it's a lighter, you know, if it's something that they do, you know, like making a mess in the bathroom, not picking up, that's 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's more serious, like talking back to mama or anything like that, because daddy lays down the law. So they really, I mean, when I'm around, they're, oh, yes, sir. And
Yeah. But sometimes you think they can get one over on mommy.
yeah. I mean, she's definitely the kinder hearted one.
Yeah.
I mean, she well, yeah.
Compassion.
You know?
It's the way the mom's gotta be. They gotta be the compassionate. You know?
Exactly. And with her baby boy, Huey Lee, I mean, he's a godsend. I mean, he's just the instigator.
Yeah.
He's the poker because he's a Scorpio.
Oh.
And then you got Nola Faye, and she's totally different animal. She takes more after daddy. She's more of the freaking don't push me because I'm going to hit you.
Yeah.
She doesn't do that warning hit. She doesn't do that talk back just like her daddy did. Those people that buff up like roosters is what I would always call it. They're fluffing their feathers. No, man, you hit first, hit harder, and just call it done and walk away.
She's gonna be a tough girl.
Yeah, and that's what they've been doing. Like I was trying to do that job earlier today with them, and every freaking 30 minutes, one's coming up. He hit me. He yelled, or she yelled. Da-da-da-da. And she comes up and she's waylaying the shit out of him.
Yep.
Like, no, Nola Faye, your cute voice.
Yeah.
She's adorable.
Yeah.
And she had that in-call birth, which was crazy. Like, she came out in the M.A.G.A sack.
Hmm.
I mean, you know about that, right?
I don't think so.
Really?
No, that's crazy.
Dude, maybe it's, I was at freaking Star State with Richard. This was after, because Hugo was when you were my apprentice, and then I left, I was at Northeast for 2.5, 3 years, and then I left there, and that's when Nola Faye was born. She was pregnant with Nola Faye.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because I broke my wrist with Star State when she was pregnant with Nola Faye.
Yep.
And
Yeah, because you weren't at yeah.
Yeah, so that's where you didn't know about it. She had the in-call birth, which that night were like crazy circumstances there because Hugo's birth was 12 to 13 hours, and then one of the stirrups were broken, so I'm holding the leg the whole time. Yeah, I was all up in it.
Wow.
It was crazy. The doctor was like, oh my God, I've never had a husband help as much as you. I was like, I've seen cattle, but this, I ain't gonna lie, I've got weak kneed when that first whole thing started because you see hands going in areas that you don't ever see that happen. And it's like, whoa. And
Yeah.
the doctor laughed. But anyway, fast forward to Nola. Jen's like, I'm in labor. I was like, no, you're having that fake labor. Don't worry. We'll take our time to the hospital. We get there and they're like, there's no epidural time, which she didn't want an epidural anyway. The first time it didn't work anyway with Hugo. Only numbed half of her. But with Nola, she literally got up in there and I shit you not, it was like 15, 20 minutes. And her doctor just got there with minutes to spare because they're about to bring in this other doctor, which I had some issues with and didn't want him to deliver our baby. But our doctor got there and it was like that cliche movie scene from where the woman sneezes and the baby comes out. It was like that fast and came out like a football. And I was like, whoa, that
in
was
the
not...
amniotic sac, eh?
Yeah.
Crazy. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's called an in-call birth. Look it up. Look it up.
I don't want to, no.
No, but it's crazy how it's supposed to. So I didn't think of anything of it until the pediatrician walked in the next morning. And she's like, oh, this is the in-call baby? I was like, what's in-call baby? And she's like, she was the fourth or fifth baby ever to be born in Northeast Baptist that way since the creation of the hospital. So they're like, oh my God, this is like super rare. It's like 1 out of 250,000 type of thing. And look at the stuff on internet and it's like, it's EN.
It'll fix it for it. Okay. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to get any images, dude. I can't. Yeah, like, I'm nauseous about that stuff.
No, like don't look at the images, but look at the meanings of it or like the connections. Like Notre Dame was born that way apparently, and like certain other important people throughout history have had that same type of birth. And like the Vikings believed they'd never be able to drown. there was other religions that were like, oh my God, you got to save the placenta and this and that.
Okay, let's see what it says. An in-cold baby, which is a baby still born inside the amniotic sac, is a rare type of delivery where the amniotic sac does not break, so the baby comes out enclosed in a thin, fluid-filled membrane.
The doctor never had one delivered until Nola.
This is sometimes called a veiled birth and usually is not harmful. The sac is opened by the provider right after birth so the baby can begin breathing air. If you met something, okay. So wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the right spelling. The ENCAUL.
Yeah. How common are they? Let's type out that. Let's just see how common it is.
I don't want to get too off topic, but
it's
1 in 80,000.
80,000, but it's still a shit ton. You know,
dude, it's insane to see.
Crazy, dude. I'm squeamish about that kind of stuff. I mean, I know it's natural and beautiful, but damn, that's
it was.
I can't even picture that, dude. That's crazy.
My wife was so upset that I didn't take pictures. I was like, you specifically told me not to take pictures of this whole area.
Wow.
Going on. And
take pictures of the baby, like in the sack. Like, what? What do you want me to, like, what?
It happened.
Wow.
Like, literally came out. Doctor looked at me. I looked at the doctor. And I'm like, that wasn't there the first time. Like, that's different.
Yeah.
Like, what? Is that an egg? Did you literally just.
Crazy.
She's going to kill me if she sees me.
She's going to watch the episode, dude. You know she's going to watch it.
Yeah, you're going to probably forward it to her.
No, I'm not.
But
she'll watch it.
Oh, I'm sure she will. So she she's probably going to be intrigued to what I'll say because I'm definitely overspoken sometimes.
A little bit, but no, it's a good thing for podcasting. It's perfect for podcasting. People want to get to know the Adam Thurmond, the true Texan. Who is the master?
Responsible master. I had that gold card for a few years.
Okay.
When I had my own business, Flamingo Plumbing.
Yeah.
You know, that's one thing that led me to shut it down was the price of healthcare.
Damn Obama.
Goddamn Obama. I mean, I was self-employed and I couldn't afford it for my wife and kids. And I was like, okay, I'm doing everything right, but golly, the price of it, if you're self-employed, was outrageous.
Yeah.
So that's when I put my resume back together and put it out there on Indeed and dude, use Indeed for job hunting.
That's what I use.
You know, dude, I've never had to wait. I have people hounding me.
Well, right now, the rise of unemployment is crazy, dude.
Dude, I get job offers like monthly.
Oh, you're a master.
Well, it's just my resume behind me. Those years of working for my dad, reading blueprints on commercial job sites, and then having I have a associates in marketing, ironically. So don't use it. Yeah. But it's not even, I'm not even all the way there on it, but that's what I went to college for. Yeah. But it's just one of those things that, hey, I mean, you try it out and it's like, yeah, that's what I did for my dad. I was listening to Dave Yoho on cassette tapes.
Some sort of sales.
I was his navigator on Mapsco books.
Nice.
Dude,
they stopped making Mapsco.
You can still get them on Amazon, or there's an off-brand of them on Amazon.
It's a different kind, but I looked it up.
Mapsco went out of business.
I looked it up, a couple years ago, and they just went out in 22. Yeah. Or something like that, very recently.
I still used one when you were together.
Yeah. I kept one in my truck. I kept one in my truck up until this last company.
Yeah, because everyone's like, oh, my phones. And man, I did some work for a really interesting customer a few years back. She ended up being a retired associate with the CIA in the Shirts area. It's Military City, USA. Yeah. And her husband was in the Air Force, so that's why she was here. And she's telling me about her kids and this and that. And long story short, I don't want to get into too much disclosing any of her information, but really interesting topics that came up. I went over there for a problem with the kitchen sink, and I turned a 30-minute call into a 2.5-hour call. Yeah. One of those really interesting customers. You can really just sit back, and she's like, if AT&T ever gets hacked, just know things are on the horizon. Wow. And that was 3 years prior to that big AT&T hack that happened a few years back. Wow. Because I had AT&T after her telling me that. She's like, they're the most secure in the world, this and that. They're true and tried. She's telling me about the fiber cables that go across the Atlantic Ocean and how big they are and how much of a percentage of that cable is owned by AT&T. and then they lease it to Cricket or all these other small little companies, but it's all owned by AT&T.
Crazy.
And that's why they're the most secure. And when you hear about that hack, and it was like, okay, what's going to be on the horizon? Another reason we moved out to the country, because something in my gut was like, God forbid anything crazy. I'm not a doomsday prepper, but I'm definitely one of those people that try to see what could ever be.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're running out of land.
Yeah.
And jump on it now. Man, we did full circle from first talking about why I got it. And
yeah.
That's why we did it. And of course, we were moving out there. I mean, my wife found out a lot more about the ammo and arms that I've prepped up and the other stuff we've done or I've done.
Yeah.
Buying it. It's like, oh, don't worry about that extra case over there. And we went to move. I think Jason might have told you. He was like, oh my God, how many cases do you have?
Enough, motherfucker. Or not enough.
Let's just say I started buying when Obama first got elected.
Yeah.
Like once a month, I'd go in there and buy all the rounds of ammo that I needed for my, arsenal.
Yep.
Nothing impressive. I mean, it's half a dozen, but you just little by little.
Yeah.
And then you end up with enough that it's like, all right, now I don't have to. I haven't bought ammo in freaking 5 years, at least.
That's good.
And you've been out to my place.
Yeah.
I mean, we still shoot.
Yeah.
And 22 mostly. I mean, small arms. I mean, I think you fired off a few 9s.
Yeah.
And a few slugs.
Yeah. That motherfucker still hurts.
Yeah. How is your shoulder?
It's a little bruised.
Shot?
It's a little bruised. Do you know anyone who wants to buy birdshot? Because I do not want it.
Not that 6 shot,
dude.
I mean, I have plenty of.
Do you got a different shotgun that we should try it in? Because maybe it'll be
definitely want a longer
softer.
barrel. Yeah,
maybe it'll be softer in something else, dude. We got to try it in something else.
Well, that's what I try to. You don't know it until you shoot it. But like my 590 Shockwave, that one I told you I got when I was working on the Valley a lot.
Yeah,
that one I brace it against my hip. I don't even try to stand up with that thing.
Gotcha.
Because it has so much recoil.
Yeah, that's how you broke your hip. All right, we'll take a break. Howdy. I'm Bobby from the We Regret This Already podcast, but I'm not here to talk about podcasting or plumbing. I'm here to talk about performance. Now, between work, family, and podcasting, I can get a little burned out, a little dull around the edges. When that happens, I reach for Dubby. Dubby is a jitterless energy blend with no maltodextrin, no fillers, and no artificial colors or dyes. Get back in the game. Level up. Do better. Be better with Dubby. It's made in America. And right now, you can get 10% off of Dubby if you use code WeRegretThis. The link is going to be in the script square. And the time to give gifts is right now. So give the gift of Dubby. Be a buddy to your taste buddies. Drink Dubby. Oh, wow, that's really good.
$15 on Amazon.
Nice.
Fucking awesome.
Little pH cylinder.
Yeah, they're like stainless steel.
Nice.
I change them out every 8 to 12 weeks, depending on how much water I drink out of the cup of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I wash the cup every other day, and I switch it into a new one because I have these guns that a friend of mine made. She had some artist over there in Converse that painted them. So I have all like Alice in Wonderland ones. I have Saul and Jigsaw and stuff like that. And yeah, a real cool Joker one.
Cool.
Yeah, that's my favorite villain by all points. But anyway, when you raise the pH of your body, it reduces the acid in your blood, which cancer needs acid to survive.
Really?
All those things I've researched after my mother passing from it.
Crazy.
You start looking at all these, because all the exposure we've had, especially in plumbing, there's toxic exposure, wazoo, and then you get into the concrete dust and the asbestos exposure and this and that. Oh my God, like if a traffic wreck don't kill me, it's going to be lung cancer that kills me. I mean,
yeah.
I haven't smoked in over a year, but hey.
Hey, that's good, dude.
Yeah, since last January.
Yeah, I see you're on the Zinth and stuff like that. Those are
that's my guilty pleasure.
Last episode, we were just talking about, remember the snuff that I introduced you to?
Mm-hmm. Oh, God, yeah. I only tried that like once or twice. That was a different level.
It was, it was good stuff, dude. It was really good.
Yeah.
I actually did some on air last episode. It was pretty funny.
Oh, my God.
It was,
I'd rather do without.
But we talked about, that's the same attitude everybody has when I show them that shit. I'm like, here you go. Yeah, dude, it It was talking about like using nicotine for like the medicinal purposes and to help fight against inflammation and stuff like that. Which is
it's everything in moderation.
Yeah.
And that should be all. I mean, not all bad things. I mean, not everything's bad for you, but in moderation, you can at least control it to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
not advocating for any bad habits around here.
Yeah, I mean, we try to better ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, the lesser of evils is, hey, I mean, quitting smoking was a mother trucker. I mean, it really was. I'll testify to that. It's been one of the hardest things in my life, but persevered through it. So, I mean, if Zen's helped me take that edge off whenever, because I was overdoing them when I first got off. And that's what led me to that heart arrhythmia thing. Then it ultimately found out that taking iodine after the fact is pretty bad for your thyroids. It gives you a hyperthyroid. And then I got off the iodine. All of a sudden, it switched to hypothyroid, which runs genetically in my family, and got on a little prescription for that. That's the only prescription I take now.
Yeah.
But Zens are my only, like, all right, shit, I'm getting stressed. All right, pop one of these in real quick.
Yeah. Those are, well, nicotine, like we said in the last episode, it's got its uses, not just mental, but medicinal as well.
It's all in moderation.
Yeah.
Like everything in life.
Yeah.
And so many, I mean, you can die from drinking too much water. So,
yeah.
Water toxicity is a thing. Look it up. You will kill yourself if you drink too much.
Yeah, man. How are you doing on time? You want to wrap it up, or you want to get to another topic?
I mean, what next up are you wanting to crush on? We just got sidetracked from M.A.G.A.
Yeah, I don't think we finished it. What were we talking about? M.A.G.A. Okay, we're talking about
insurrection. Then we went into the conspiracy part of it.
Oh yeah.
Off of that.
Conspiracy. Okay, so did we finally finish it up? So my M.A.G.A. story was that it was it was the media. And then, so just recently, CNN is getting sued for like $15 billion or some shit for editing that exact clip that red pilled me.
I'm still following South Park.
Are you?
You remember when we'd watch all the episodes of South Park?
Yep.
I started rewatching them.
Okay.
And the latest season, it's hilarious how the creators of that always reference the most recent news out there.
I can't watch South Park anymore.
Oh, or
it's
not
just
allowed?
It just doesn't seem good, man. This last season sucks. Yeah.
It's very
political.
The
last season sucked,
The whole thing with Trump freaking having a butt baby with Satan is like...
Like, what are you fucking talking about?
Can we just get off of this?
Yeah, dude, like...
Also, I still see the satire in it, and it's like, all right, I'm still going to laugh at it to a certain extent.
I stopped watching it, dude, which sucks because it's one of my it was one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
I've played...
Oh, I know it was. You're the one that turned me on to it.
I bought all the games. I played all the games.
Yeah.
Shirts, merch. I'm a huge South Park fan since I was a kid.
I do like me some Cartman.
Cartman used to represent to me everything that culture would like to say out loud and stuff. God damn it. Cartman would like to say out loud and stuff like that. So
I think that's where we actually picked up the goddamn Obama. I think it was Cartman probably on one of these past episodes that we originally heard it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. The fucking the whole view that they take now, it's just too much, dude. I can't stand it. It's like, I think COVID fucking...
It's the far left pushing, I don't know. I mean, it's propagandized. Is that a word?
Propagandized.
Yeah, I know it's a thing. Mm-hmm. They definitely freaking pushed it to that max. So.
Yeah, well, they live in, I guess they run the show out of California. So that's why it's all fucking super left.
It's one of the only states I haven't been to.
I'll never go. I'll never step a fucking foot in that state.
My middle sister just moved up to Portland or Oregon, and they're about 45 minutes from Portland.
Yep.
She's Coast Guard.
Yeah.
And she's like, man, Oregon's beautiful as long as you stay away from Portland. So she wants me to come visit. She's like, yeah, but you got to land in Portland. I was like, no, I'm good. I love you.
Yeah.
If anything, I'll come drive up there.
Yeah, I drove up there to Washington when I went to go see my old lady's kid.
Yeah.
Her oldest is Army up there, or was Army, or still is.
Well, how long did it take you?
I don't know, like 2 days or a day or something like that.
Okay,
we took
what I would budget. Yeah.
We took our time.
I'll probably stop over in Flagstaff.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I got this ring at. When I was like,
Flagstaff is cool as fuck. I
Yeah.
love that place.
yeah, freaking went through there when I was like 14. We did a big road trip all the way up through went through the Grand Canyon, Yellowstone, some places in South Dakota, came up through Montana, did a week-long fly fishing trip up there that my parents got at some raffle.
Mm.
And then we drove all the way back down. And yeah, that was probably a 3.5 week freaking road trip
Yeah.
at 14. So that's when you really see the country. And it's like, holy shit, this is awesome.
Yeah, we took a long trip. We took all the kids up to Washington.
Yeah.
We were up there. Yeah, it took I think it was about a day or two there and a day or two back. It was a pretty good trip.
Nice.
Yeah.
We definitely been shooting around the ideas because trips are where they're at when you're with your family.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
That's
and
long-lasting memories.
yeah, I mean, it really does. It kind of solidifies those childhood memories, you know.
There's a new viral thing going around where parents are asking their kids what they got for last Christmas. I don't know if you've seen them, but they've been on Instagram.
No, I
It's
don't.
like,
I don't really fuck with Instagram.
ask your kids what they've seen, what they got last Christmas, and these kids are like maybe naming one gift, and then you ask them, all right, what did we do for a family trip this year? And then they can recall that 100%. And it's like, man, those are, and I'll speak to it. I can recall almost every family vacation, good or bad, everything about them versus what I got when I was 11.
I mean, yeah, we would go to the coast sometimes when we were kids. I remember those trips for sure, but I definitely remember the gifts because I got more gifts than trips. You know what I mean? Like we never went anywhere except for the coast when I was like super young. You know, like it was definitely before 11. You know, like, and then after that, I hated it because my dad didn't have a big enough truck. Yeah. So,
oh, dude, we used to pile them back of the Suburban and just lay in one big pallet.
Yeah.
Before they didn't worry about safety back then.
Yeah, then those new pussification laws came out.
Yeah, you know, you have to worry about seat belts, and we're always in a 1-ton vehicle or bigger. And I think it was in the early 2000s when they reacted that law where any had to be a commercial vehicle.
Yeah,
which my dad still had a commercial vehicle, but I remember there was one time he got 3 seatbelt tickets within like 2 miles because he had his standoff with a state trooper. Pretty much, the state trooper kept pulling him over. He'd get the ticket from the state trooper, wad it up, throw it on the ground, get back in the truck, drive off. The state trooper pull him back over.
Damn.
Give another ticket for no seatbelt, and then he did it 3 times consecutively. Hey, I mean, stubborn man.
Yeah, that's where you get it from for sure.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a human being now.
I love the Lord.
But yeah, with M.A.G.A, I mean, they're just, hey, we're here.
Oh, let's see. What else did I want to say? Okay, so like with Trump, he is a kind of character, a phenom, a larger than life character that kind of exceeds normal expectations. Somebody who gets this new movement, this new M.A.G.A movement. It's almost a new party. And somebody like that only exists once every 100 years, every 200 years.
I wouldn't put it that far. I mean, Kennedy was pretty freaking passionate with what he did.
Okay, so
I mean, I'd say every 50
every 100 years.
I'd say every 50.
Kennedy was 60 years ago.
Well, Trump first went into office 8 years ago.
It was still 60. Time didn't change for him.
50. So
yeah, you're right.
You just
Closer
hate
to
admitting
50.
that. You just hate admitting you're wrong.
Yeah, no, that was a good
changed.
one. Closer to 50. So every 50 years, someone magnanimous comes along.
Yeah. It really shakes the stage. Which, hey, I mean, they tried to shoot Trump too.
Yeah, I mean, and then so
not just once either.
Something like Mount Rushmore kind of
yeah
shows that. It shows exactly who are the people we care about.
Well, I ain't wanting to see no Trump freaking giant mountain statue. That would be.
You don't want to see Trump on the Rushmore?
That would be hilarious. I would laugh at the freaking.
I'd like to see it. That'd be badass.
We're bringing the jobs back.
Yeah, there you go, Masons.
Oh, so, man, now they'd have some type of laser bullshit.
Yeah, it would be AI for sure.
I mean, you've seen some of the sewer technologies now with the sleeving of the piping.
Yeah.
And,
it gets crazy.
And then you get into there's one diagnostic we did where we strapped it. Now they sell the equipment where they have these little fully drones that you can put into a crawl space.
Oh, cool.
And they will LiDAR and auto drive like a Roomba robot.
Nice.
Through the crawl space and map it all on a digital CAD, and it's insane. So I couldn't really approach my boss to spend $7,000 on one of these robots. So I was like, we're getting one of those nice RC cars, boys, and we're gonna strap a sewer camera to it.
Yeah.
So we can locate the camera head.
Not even just a GoPro. You just get a GoPro stack.
No, we did the sewer camera so you could pull it back because
Oh.
we're going down these freaking 8-foot covert pipes to navigate where a leak was coming from the domestic system into the storm drain system
Yeah.
because they were causing this big old wet area.
Did it work?
It did.
That's badass.
It did.
That's all
We
that
usually-
matters.
Dude, and I souped this freaking RC car up.
God damn it.
And I had the customer pay for it because
Dang.
I put it in the bid. I was just threw out some crazy number. I was like, all right, went over to the RC shop over off of Blanco Road, San Antonio RC shop.
Yeah.
I'll get their name if you find anybody serious about it. But dude, they helped me build this freaking badass RC car. They put a plane antenna on it because I
Damn.
told them what I was wanting to do it for, and they were all intrigued about it. They're like, "Oh, we'll do this modification. We'll do this thing to it, and we'll up the something with the gears in the front and rear end, so it was like super low.
Whoa.
It's specifically for crawling, dude.
Wow.
It worked though. At the end
That's
of the day,
fucking sick.
dude, my higher ups were like, "Did you really just think of that off the fly?" I was like, "Dude, you had to outside the box."
Yeah. I'll just replicate whatever the fuck I wanted to get.
Yeah.
And just kind of, I would have snapped a GoPro to it.
That's the only thing I mean, that's a younger guy thing though. I don't really know that much about GoPro.
Yeah. I think there's one laying around over there.
Yeah. I know that my super camera.
Yeah.
Day, so, ha.
No, that's cool as fuck. Okay, no, but getting back to Washington.
Oh,
so the monuments. Okay, so monument, we got Jefferson, we got Roosevelt,
Lincoln.
Lincoln, and you know, these guys are magnanimous. They're larger than life. When you think of George Washington, what do you think of?
True American founder. You know his whole, surrender. He had a long military career.
Yeah.
I was telling you earlier, I followed that one podcast where he went in through the true history of George Washington for a minute, and it was impressive. You actually know his true heritage. Where, he was a landowner. Yeah, he did certain things, but he was a true military leader at his heart. That's why I think every politician should have some sort of military background.
For sure.
Personally, is how I feel. If you're really you can't lead without ever following kind of philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the only thing Trump doesn't have going for him is that he doesn't have a military experience.
Or how you gonna run a factory, a sausage factory, without knowing how it's made?
Yeah,
Kind of deal.
exactly. So I mean, Washington had that.
Yeah.
He was the only president voted for unanimously. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, that's a big.
And they offered to make him the king of America multiple times, and he turned it down because he believed in the whole righteous start of this country, found by God.
And to think of Washington, let's say he doesn't exist, do we still have a country? Like if somebody like Washington is not heading the presidency of our country, who else do we got? Nobody even stands close,
Not off my recollection.
Like, so Washington doesn't exist, then our country.
I mean, Jefferson?
Jefferson?
I mean,
No, I'm talking about during the war.
oh, during the war, if we didn't have, oh, wow.
During the war.
And Washington did some insane tactics.
Yeah.
I mean, tactical retreats. I mean, surrenders.
Spies.
He didn't always win.
Yeah.
But man, did he win gracefully when he did win, and then when he did lose, he was very smart about it.
Mm-hmm.
He just always had seemed like from the history that I've seen that he always had like a backup, window open.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what he always thought of a route around it.
Yeah, it's almost like he was destined
Mm-hmm.
to take his rightful place as the first president. Like, it's almost like you can't even picture a different outcome.
Yeah.
If he dies in the war and then all of a sudden the British take us back.
The early days of the Patriots, man, you're talking about these guys that were literally in their own farm clothes during the winters, and they're we take for granted our clothes nowadays.
Yeah.
Compared to these guys wearing leather bottom shoes
In the Northeast.
in the middle of winter,
Yeah.
just down in the negatives.
Hey, they had lead though.
And they had lead. And these kids were teenagers to early 20s to in their 40s, all lined up to fight for something they believed in. They weren't getting paid yet.
Yep.
These are all straight.
Well, I know Washington did fund some
Insane.
of the war with his own finances.
Yeah. But
Okay, so but when I think of Washington, when I picture the man, I can't picture him as a man. He's almost larger than life. You know, he's almost been deified as something greater. Like him and the founding fathers, to me,
Yeah.
it's like they are almost gods.
The OG Untouchables.
Yeah. You
Like,
know,
the first mafia gangsters that started the underground and fought the British and created their own country.
yeah.
I mean, literally, these are guys that would have been hung for treason if ever caught.
And they went against a whole country.
And that's what's funny about modern day laws. When you really start thinking about the true root of that, it's like, man, we were founded by outlaws.
Rebels.
Yeah.
The rebels.
So that's what's great about our Constitution. That's always in there, that we always can turn back to those rebel states.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that we bear arms says
For that exact reason.
yeah. It's like, no, they're if we don't like what you talking about, you know, you better have more guns then, homie.
That's what I've heard. That's why nobody will ever invade the United States, because our guns per capita per average homeowner, no military in the world can come against that.
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine.
I'm no military background by any means, but this is just all the things that I've witnessed and heard. What's the average Texan have? What, like a dozen? I'd have to re-Google it. I know it changes every other month, but it's last time I looked at it, I think it was like 6 to 10, something like that.
6 to 10 guns?
Yeah.
That sound about right.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
It sound about
average.
right.
I mean,
Average.
Yeah.
Not every Texan is a gun owner, but every gun owner does have about that range of guns. So it's like, I got guns for me, all my family.
I have my concealed handgun. I have one for bird hunting. I have one for rifle hunting. I have one for hog hunting.
Yeah.
I got this other one for, 22 varmints. I got, this one for training my kids. I got this collapsible, it's just, and that's it.
Yeah.
But they all have a purpose. I mean, I don't have those. I'm not the guy that has 100 guns sitting in his closet, which I have. We've all seen those customers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've done, oh my God. I walked into one that was like, oh, adopt me.
I know. Put me in the wheel.
Yeah. Free plumbing for life.
Yeah.
Just let me shoot that one.
Yeah. So I was thinking, like, maybe sometime in the future, like our descendants, like 100 years from now, they'll have even a grander image of the founding fathers.
Yeah.
And deify them even further. And they'll get further removed from humanism the further up that they go, further removed from their actual existence. So
we'll see what stage of the ladder we're at right now. I mean, great times create weak men, hard times create strong men.
That was well said. Where'd you hear that?
It's been said.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Heard it.
I've never heard that.
Really?
No, say it again. Great times create weak men. And
easy times create weak men, and hard times create strong men, I think is how it goes.
That makes sense, dude.
And that's where you always got to judge on what time are we in.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a hard time? Because the unemployment going up. I mean, in the long run, the Depression made us, persevere with Mount Rushmore being built. With a bunch of other, political projects that we did as a country to support our, people at a whole. I mean, I'm not a fan of Roosevelt, or at least not the second one, but he did do a lot of great things in our country. I mean, Theodore was a baller. That's why he's on the mountain.
Badass. Rough Riders.
Yeah, I mean, the teddy bear was named after him.
Rough Riders.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about a legacy of this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, storming up the damn Spanish Hill with his Rough Riders behind him.
Shit, man. He once rode up into the Menger Hotel, ordered a drink on his horse.
Yes.
And
they don't, again, one of those in the generational, and every 50 years.
Yeah.
So I'll put Theodore would be the one before Kennedy that I would give so much.
You're right. I would give you that. And then before that,
Lincoln.
Before that, Washington. There it is.
If I had to pick, the big ones,
the magnate,
out of the U.S. presidents, off my recollection, I mean, that would be the order.
And George Washington and Thomas Jefferson, they almost kind of come in together. The country needed both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
So
I mean, definitely. They definitely,
they both needed recognition.
They couldn't have one without the other.
Yeah.
Because as Washington was out there in the fields, Jefferson was working everything behind the, scenes and pushing for the Congress development and
writing
working
the
all that.
Constitution,
Yeah,
and
because
fucking laying the foundation.
Washington couldn't be in two places at once. That's why you had to have a group.
You ever
can't-
watch Hamilton?
No, I have not.
It's on Disney.
I don't get a lot of TV time anymore.
It is.
That's the other side of having 10 acres. You got to always do something.
Well, I'm telling you, you take these boys and have them work some of that acreage for you, and go inside and watch Hamilton, drink a few beers. Boy, you get patriotic as fuck watching that flick there, dude.
Ranch waters, because we're in South Texas. I got to respect
drink whatever.
Mexican tequila, man.
Mexican tequilas. Drink whatever you feel worthy of the occasion. But that's funny because I drink Dos Equis, so that's the beer that I reach for whenever.
Dude, have you tried the Whistle Pig freaking bourbon?
No,
because it's 'tis the season. When it gets colder, I like my bourbon, and
Gotcha.
the Whistle Pig is pretty good.
Gotcha.
The 6-year aged is pretty. You just throw it in a glass with one little ice cube in it and just sip on it. And pretty good on a cold night.
Yeah,
chilling by a fire. Just saying.
But yeah, that's one thought that I've been playing with in my mind. Like, what if Zeus was just a really good president? Like, what if
you're getting what's that show on Netflix? Chaos.
Oh yeah, that was a really good show, dude. Jeff Goldblum, dude. That was a great flick.
I never would have pictured him as Zeus until seeing that cast, and it was like, oh, this is just.
Well, it works for him. He's got the Greek features and everything. You know?
Alternative, universe thinking, and it's like
very, very smart, dude.
Yeah,
I would have never thought of that storyline. That was
neither.
really good.
Whatever AI computer came up with that,
right? Because writers aren't writing shit anymore, right? God damn.
AI would have done a better job with the past 3 Star Wars movies. Just saying.
I don't watch Star Wars. I watch Star Trek, which they're coming out with the new season of.
I did start watching Star Trek. I watched all the Discovery and then all the freaking Enterprise ones recently.
Okay.
It's kind of impressed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah, it's a great fucking show, dude. And they got a new series coming out. It's gonna be called Academy, Starfleet Academy.
Nice.
Yeah, they never quit, dude. You got to go all the way back and start over.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I let my 10-year-old watch it. He loves it. I mean,
go back to the original, and then the next
1960s one.
1960s, and then the next gen.
I really should.
And then you watch Voyager, Deep Space Nine. Okay. They also have a kids cartoon called Prodigy.
Yes. And then the Lower Decks.
Lower Decks. That's not for kids. Don't let your kids watch that one.
It is funny though.
It's animated, but not for kids.
Dude, but did you see the crossover?
Yeah,
between the Lower Decks and Enterprise?
Discovery.
I mean, no, it was Enterprise. I thought
Enterprise, whichever.
Yeah, but that was a funny episode.
But Discovery and Enterprise also did a crossover, which was pretty fucking dope.
Well, that's how the Enterprise spun off of the Discovery show.
Discovery.
Yeah. Because they had the crossover before it even had its own show.
Yeah, that was wicked, man. That was a good. I think that was a new
3. I think
there was a new movie. It was called I want to say Section 31, Section 34.
Yeah,
Section 31.
With Chow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good.
I hadn't seen it yet.
Oh.
So I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, I've already seen it.
Okay, that's what's up. Well, let's wrap it up, man.
All right,
I close every episode with a final thought. Do you have any final thoughts for this episode?
Final thought. Well, if I had to come up with a final thought, I mean, always go for what you're dreaming.
You're living proof.
That's from things I've survived and gone through. I mean, multiple surgeries, and never thought in a million worlds that we'd end up in the country like we've always dreamed, and persevering to, we're living the dream, trying to build that homestead, gardening, eating what we own, and developing it, and then teaching our kids the same true basic nature. So go for your dreams.
Amen.
I mean, you don't know unless you leap.
I dig it.
And jump first, thinking about it second.
I dig
going
it.
back to growing up, facing cows, and I was forced to do it, and it's like, don't know unless you try.
Yeah.
And that's go for your dreams.
Well, amen, brother. That's a great final thought. Amen to that. My final thought, I am going to say, first off, thank you for coming because it's been a pleasure and an honor having you, and I always appreciate it. I'm gonna have you back. I want to do a blue collar episode.
I hope I didn't, over talk.
No, that's what podcasts are about. People want to hear a conversation. Believe me, it doesn't matter what we're talking about.
I'm not the most PC guy, but I was trying to, tame it down.
No, you're good. You're good. So I thank you for sure. I can't wait to see how that that plot develops, and I'd like to volunteer these boys to help you build that, man. I think that would be really good, because a lot of that is lost, in today's time, and that's why I'm so proud to have you as a buddy, because you live 45 minutes down the road, man. I can just go drop these boys off and say, you know what, you got to earn you this or that, and or
we're
just
we're
make
just
your
far
part.
enough away.
Yeah.
That if you want to see us, you can, but far enough away where you can avoid us.
Yep, there you go. There you go. Well, that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Remember to always keep loving your heart and leave no room for hate.
Amen.